Okay, guys, what's going on? It's Reefly here, and welcome to the PressStart podcast. It is the week of October 27th, I believe, till November 2nd. Today is the 31st of October, but it's pretty close to the 1st of November. And you know what that means? Only 15 more days till the PS4 launches in America. So basically 2 weeks. It is on the horizon. Many people are thinking about it, and it's pretty much the only thing going on in gaming. Well, maybe not the only thing, as you will see. But a few things I want to mention. I know there has not been a Press Start podcast in a few weeks. I did one like 2 weeks ago. I just completely forgot I recorded it, and by the time I remembered it, it was like 3 or 4 days later, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I just didn't even bother like uploading it, because there wasn't much going on either way. So I wanted to try to get this on a little bit more regularly, but I've been really busy as of late. But I should be able to do it the next 2 weeks, and then Friday, Saturday of the 14th or the 15th or the 16th. You probably won't have one that week because of the PS4 launching. I'll be playing that, but I'll try to make it more regular. My apologies that it's been kind of very inconsistent, but I'll fix that. So this was actually a pretty decent week. A lot of good stuff to talk about. It's definitely ramping up pretty soon with the next gen talk, like I said. And there's a lot of good games that have been coming out as of late, so that definitely helps. But let's get to it. I got a claim my throat. Okay, so earlier this week, I forget which day, but The Walking Dead Season 2, the game, was announced by Telltale. It's coming out sometime this year, and it will follow Clementine as, I don't know how, she's a little bit older, but you play as Clementine in this season 2. So after season 1 of The Walking Dead, it was one of the best games of last year. So a lot of people are looking forward to this. I am interested in it. I'm not the biggest The Walking Dead, kind of guy. But I did cry at the end of Walking. Yes, I know, I did cry at the end of Walking. So I guess I do like the story. So I'll probably pick it up. Most likely. You can pick it up on Steam for like 10% off. So $22 to get the whole season 2. Not a bad deal at all. But it'll pretty much come out every other month with the Wolf Among Us, which I've already picked up and I like a lot. So Telltale's got some pretty big heavyweights going on right now, and we'll see if The Walking Dead Season 2 can live up to the standards of the series. We'll have to see. I don't know how I feel about playing as Clementine. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be a different perspective. Just because you won't be able to defend yourself as well as if you were playing as Lee. But we'll see. It looks good. I'm interested to play it. Next up, Assassin's Creed 4 launched this week. and it had a bit of a problem with some people. I think this comes. I think every Ubisoft game, almost every single one, comes with a Uplay passport, which lets you access some stuff, some extra stuff and all that. But for Assassin's Creed 4, the Uplay passport actually lets you access the multiplayer. And the thing is, if you didn't use the code, you actually missed out on part of the game, the single player game. If you didn't have the Uplay passport code or whatever, you couldn't bring ships into your fleet, which is one of the options you can do for capturing a ship. So definitely it took out a chunk of the actual game, single player gameplay, which pissed people off. So yeah, a lot of people were mad, and they don't like it when you take stuff away from them. But later, like 2 days later, Ubisoft quit the whole having to pay for Uplay, because the main problem was if you got the game, if you bought a pre-owned version or whatever, you wouldn't be able to access those features without buying a Uplay password. So now Ubisoft got rid of that, and you just get it for free. I picked up Assassin's Creed 4 on my 360. I put in the Uplay password and all that. I don't know if it worked yet because I haven't gotten that far in the game where I can bring ships into my fleet. But we'll have to see. And I'm already part of Uplay because I have every Assassin's Creed game, so I've already put stuff into that. I actually get some cool stuff because I played every other game and I got like costumes and all that. But enough of that. And I caved and bought Assassin's Creed 4 for 360, even though I bought it on PS4, or I had it pre-ordered on PS4. I'll probably do a review on it whenever I beat it. But yeah, so Ubisoft fixed that, it seems. But people get upset about everything now, so I didn't really think it was all that big of a deal, but I could see why it would piss off people. So, all right, next up we have GTA 5 has sold 29 million copies so far. I think that's worldwide. Yeah, I'm almost certain. Because if it, yeah, it has. Because if that's just US, that's redonkulous. Redonkulous. Where is that story? Any day now. Yeah, so that is pretty dang good. Let's see. I mean, that's really, really good. Yeah, so GTA 4 actually took years to get to 25 million. GTA 5 did it in like 2 months. Which is really good. That is really, really good. That's really good. It's a good game. So that makes sense. But yeah, it just shows you how well that series sells. I'm still playing that game too, and yeah, it's been like 2 months, so it just shows how great that game is. Oh yeah, today's Halloween, I forgot. Yeah, Halloween, yeah! Boo! Okay, there we go. So next up, we have some news that really sucks in my opinion. For PS4 owners, at least. Here, let me get a drink. Um, so EA did like a financial report for quarter 2 or something like that. And in the report, they said Titanfall is exclusive, or is a lifelong exclusive to PC and Xbox One and 360. So that means it's not coming to PS4 at all. Which is a big hit because a lot of people thought for sure it was going to come to PS4 eventually. But basically, Xbox One gets a huge exclusive. It's one of the biggest next-gen games out there. It's definitely got a huge hype train going on for that. And it was confirmed that by Respawn developer that it's just the first Titanfall game. If there is more, there probably will be. If there's another game, it'll probably come to everything. But just Titanfall, the original Titanfall, will be an Xbox One, 360, and PC exclusive. Which is surprising because EA likes a lot of money, and they had to have gotten a lot of money under the table from Microsoft to keep that exclusive. A lot of money, because that is probably going to be one of the best-selling games for next-gen games. I'm really disappointed because I'm getting a PS4, and that's one of the games I was really looking forward to. And I knew I was going to get it, like, in the spring, but I was hoping maybe late winter, or like winter, fall of 2014 it would come out on PS4. But now it's not. So maybe I can get an Xbox One in time, or upgrade my PC to play it. I'm not going to buy on 360. It just seems like a dumb idea. But that's a big shot for PS4. But it definitely helps the Xbox One for sure. So, I think this takes place the last 2 months. But the Wii U sales are up because of the reduced price in the bundles with the Wind Waker HD. And that's good. But it's actually losing money because they're selling it at a loss. I'm almost certain that's what it said. Right down here. The 3DS is selling like crazy still, so that's good. First, 300,000. Okay. Yeah, so just because they dropped down the price, $50, is not. It's causing finances not to be as good. But they are selling more consoles, which helps you sell more games. I mean, the Wii U is not. It's gonna be outsold by the PS4 and Xbox One by the end of this year. Like, they gotta figure something out with that. I own one. I just wish there was more games out there. There is a few pretty good games coming out later on this year. I don't plan on getting any of those. I've already gotten my game that I was looking forward to, Wind Waker HD. Now I'm just hoping for a Smash Brothers and a Metroid game or something like that, and the new Zelda game. I mean, I don't know what Nintendo can do. to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't see any one game that will force people to buy a Wii U. It is a lot cheaper than the PS4 and Xbox One, which is gonna sell some consoles in the holiday season. That's for sure, because it is the cheapest, and parents will buy cheap stuff for their kids because hey, it's a Wii U. It's $200 cheaper than the PS4. But yeah, I'm hoping the Wii U does get better because I think having Nintendo in the conversation for consoles is always good. Competition leads to enhancements in technology. It just leads to better stuff. If you are competitive, you always have to one-up your competitor. And the only way to do that is to evolve your technology. So yeah, hopefully the Wii U can just turn it around a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to get to next-gen PS4 talk. There wasn't much Xbox One talk, but I believe that's just because PS4 is launching sooner. I'm pretty sure we'll get the Xbox One talk very soon. But this week, a lot of stuff on the PS4 happened, and a lot of it was not positive. So first off, the PS4 does not support external storage. Which it kind of stinks because you can't use USB stuff or flash drives to store games and all that. It does support internal storage, so you can get a whole bunch of internal hard drives and switch them out, which really isn't that difficult. And I don't know if this news doesn't really bother me all that much. I mean, as long as I can have more storage, because games cost so much more gigabytes. Like Killzone Shadowfall is like 50 gigabytes. Did I say kilobytes? I think I did. 50 gigabytes to download, and that's ridiculous because you only have 500 gigabytes on the hard drive to start off with. If every game's like that, you can only download like a handful of games, really. And if you want to become digital only, that's gonna really suck. But as long as you have another way of storage, that's fine. External, I know some people are gonna be upset, but I think most people probably use internal. I may be wrong, but it's not that big of a cost or whatever. Because Xbox One doesn't support internal storage, but it supports external. So it's the exact opposite of the PS4, which I don't think that's all that big either. I mean, each one has a downfall to storage, but each one counteracts the other one. So, okay, so more on the PS4. I need to go find this story. I think it was this one, because it had like a list of multiple things. Alright, so Sony released a FAQ which pretty much said what will be available at launch and what will not be. This is a huge list. Let me just read some of this. You cannot play music on your PS4 at all, which kind of sucks. I've never used it on my 360, but I just don't know how to get songs on there, besides buying them. I know, I'm stupid. There'll be an update 1.5 on day one, which is like a 300 megabyte download. Which got a lot of like people pissed off, but I don't really. It's a small update. Like I get that they don't have everything ready, and the update has to be downloaded or in order to get a lot of stuff to work. But I am not really upset with just updating. I mean, it'll take like 10 minutes at most, unless you're the Wii U and it takes like 3 frickin' hours. That was ridiculous, trust me. Actually, it might. We'll see. What else is there? You won't be able to have your friend play for you on day one, which I don't really care at all. You won't be able to use a wireless headset. I don't really care. I don't plan on getting one of those. It will have parental controls for sub accounts. It hopes to have day and date digital releases, which that's probably going to be really rocky. So I definitely would not recommend, at least starting out, being all digital, because it's going to be difficult the first few weeks with everybody trying to get on. And it does support importing, because PS4 games are not region locked. So that is very good. And you can also play PS3 and PS4 users can play together with a game like DC Universe, but they can't do video or voice chat, which makes sense. And you can play their games while you download patches, which is cool again. And there's a lot more. I just went through some of those. And then I'll skip that one story to get to the next PS4 one. There will be 22 games launching day one for the PS4. And I will say what they are if I can find them. I know there's Killzone Shadowfall, there's Knack, there's Resogun, Flower, Sound Shapes. Those are all the first party titles. Then you got Angry Birds, Star Wars, Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, DC Universe Online, FIFA 14, Injustice, Gods Among Us, Ultimate Edition, Just Dance 2014, Lego Marvel, Superheroes, Madden NFL 25, NBA 2K14, Skylanders Swap Force, Contrast, Pinball Arcade, Super Motherload, Tiny Brains, and Warframe. A decent launch lineup. Too bad Watch Dogs wasn't part of that. Or Drive Club. That would really help. Basically, I'll be picking up Killzone, Assassin's Creed 4, and then you will get Resogun for free, and the free PlayStation Plus game will be Contrast, which is cool. So you basically get 2 free games, and I'm planning on buying 2, so I'll have 4 games to play on launch, which is doesn't really happen too much. Usually you only get 1, maybe 2, and then that's it. Yeah, not too bad. I'm interested to see. Probably the one I'm most looking forward to, now that I've played Assassin's Creed 4, is probably, yeah, Killzone. Resogun I'm interested to play because that looks like a lot of fun. Contrast, I'm not that excited for, but it looks like a cool game and it's for free, so why not? But yeah, not bad at all. I don't even think Xbox One is confirmed for a launch lineup. But I guess we do have another week until... Well, probably next week will be the main Xbox One. Be like, talk, where you're like, okay, Xbox One's problems are this. And yada yada yada. But that's enough next-gen talk. Oh, actually, no it isn't. Because after this, we have Resolution Gate 2013. Dun-dun-dun. Call of Duty Ghost, one of the bigger games launching. Earlier in the week, there was some speculation that the Xbox One version of Call of Duty Ghost was not in 1080p. And the reason is because every single time they showed off the next gen version of Ghost, it was on PS4. And considering that Call of Duty is always considered to be an Xbox kind of game, it's just very interesting, to say the least. And later in the week, it was confirmed that the PS4 version runs at 1080p, and the Xbox One version runs on 720p. Now, this really isn't that big of a deal, but a 720p to 1080p resolution upgrade like that, it does make a difference. At a small, but you can still notice a difference. 1080p, you get a lot more sharper everything. Just a little bit extra detail that makes everything just pop better. 720p, you know, it still looks really nice, but it doesn't pop the same way. Like, for me, I have the Wii U, which supports 1080p. Now I'm playing Wind Waker HD, and then for whenever I record a game, I record in 720p because that's the only way I can record at the moment. And it looks nice, but when I go and play on my 1080, my really nice TV with my HDMI cable at 1080p, it just looks much better. Like it matters, but it matters. Okay. I guess when I say it doesn't matter that much, it matters, but it's not the biggest thing in the world. It just makes it look better. It doesn't really help it run better. I don't think they said anything about frames per second. My guess is it doesn't run at 60 frames per second, because that would be ridiculous. That'd be actually really good for a Call of Duty game. I need to find the story. Okay, right here. Yeah, higher native resolution. 60 frames per second on both consoles. Okay. That's pretty good. Call of Duty Ghost already doesn't look that great, in my opinion. It looks okay. I mean, it looks much better than frickin' the regular crap. But 60 frames per second at 1080p looks really nice. Okay, so yeah. So if you're looking at Call of Duty Ghost, I guess it still doesn't matter. Just play on what you prefer playing. And the last story of the podcast is the South Park The Stick of Truth. Released a trailer today, which showed off some gameplay of pretty much the first gameplay we've seen, really. Like the actual combat and all that. It looks really good. I mean, it looks exciting. I've been looking forward to this game for a while. But they had some bad news. It was delayed till March 2014. This is the second, maybe the third time. I may be wrong, but I think it's just twice it's been delayed. It's supposed to come out earlier 2013 in March. Then it was delayed to December of 2013, and now it's been pushed back again. And people are kind of annoyed because they want to play this game. It's been in development for a long time. And it's like a month, a little bit more than a month away from when it was supposed to launch. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this because this looks like it's going to be a really good game. But, I mean, what can you do? I'm hoping they delayed it. Now, here's my hope. Since they did delay it, I'm hoping they delayed it just because they wanted to just basically port it over to PS4 and Xbox One. And that's the reason why. So they could, you know, get more people attracted to it. Because, to be honest, if it just comes out on the 360 next, or 360 PS3 next year in 2014, chances of me buying it are a lot less than if it comes out on Xbox One and PS4. Like, if it comes out on PS4 next year, I'll be picking it up for sure. That's never a great game. But if it comes out on 360, I just don't know. Like, I don't want to be. I won't be using my 360. That's the thing. I mean, there's still a few good games left next year that are coming out on current gen. But I mean, what can you do? So yeah, I mean, that sucks. South Park it's looking really good, but what can you do? It gets delayed. So hopefully they just port it to next gen. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll probably just buy it on PC, but I don't like buying games on PC because it never runs well. At least for me. Okay, so that wraps up this week's podcast. Good half-hour long one. 2 more weeks till the launch of PS4. 3 more till Xbox One. It's going to be a great month. Yeah. So far, it's already been a good week this week. Battlefield 4 turned out pretty well. Assassin's Creed 4 turned out pretty well. You got like WWE 2K14. I guess that turned out well. I don't really care. And you got Call of Duty Ghost next week. You can actually pick up Killzone Shadowfall right now on PS4. Just go to GameStop or something. They already have it in stock. I'll probably do that soon. I'm just really pumped and excited to get my PS4. I know it's not going to be the best launch probably, but that's what I'm just wanting to get my new console. I want to get my hands on it and just make out with it. So just, you know, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry. I can make out with what I want to make out with. But yeah, so next week, hopefully, I have time to make a podcast. And then after that, will be PS4 next gen launch. So, no podcast. Next week, maybe we'll get some more Xbox One news to balance out PS4 news. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed PressStart podcast for this week, and I just completely effed up. Oh my god, I completely effed up this last like 30 seconds of speech. God, I don't know what happened. I completely effed up. So I'll just end it before I keep screwing everything up. Alright, see ya next week, and thanks for watching.